I will start. Good afternoon, sirs and madam. And in this series, today is the last chapter that I am discussing. Frequent errors made by IPs during CIRP or liquidation, whatever it is there. But the mistakes are known to you. But due to paucity of time or rush or tensions, all these things leads to slippage of some important regulations we are not following. Thereby, it leads to disciplinary action as well as the image risk also. So, the whatever frequent errors, if at all you prepare the checklist for all errors, then whenever you are handling any assignment, have a look about the checklist at least once in 10 days during the life cycle of CIRP or life cycle of the liquidation. That is 180 days or extension 90 or 60 days or liquidation 1 year or at the most, if at all extension is there, further extension. That life cycle of a CIRP and a liquidation take half an hour and go through what are the frequent errors that are committing by the insolvency professional during this assignment. So if at all you come across, immediately rectify that one. So error is human. That's why frequently you have to go through and rectify the same. Thereby the quality will increase and the complaints will reduce. The quality will increase and the complaints will reduce. Sir, am I audible, sir? Sir?
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Very good, sir. Only 1 minute, sir. Only 1 minute. I will open this. Today, I will discuss about the errors, and after some time, I will give full picture about how to verify the claims. In the claims only, number of errors are coming. Because some of the IPs, insolvency professions or resolution professions, they may not have financial background or law background. Some people are having a good command on the law backgrounds, people. And some of them are in service. All these things are there. So that's why I wish to devote more time on the frequent errors and the number of complaints and number of disciplinary actions initiated with regard to the claims. What are the various claims? How to verify the each and every claim? What are the documents to be verified? All these things after certain time, that is after 1 hour or so. Now coming to the errors. During the CIRP, the role of IRP or RP is central to ensuring transparency, fairness, and value maximization. These three are very, very important. Transparency is required. If nobody should comment against your assignment or whatever the process are there, don't give any scope for them to pinpoint you have not completed this process or sub-process or not completed as per the regulation, etc., etc. Fairness. Everything, the fairness is required. Otherwise, it leads to complaints. And value maximization. Those assets are your assets. Why? Because you are the trustee for that particular assets. for a period of 180 or 270 or 330, whatever the period is. However, various errors, that is procedural errors or legal errors or ethical errors or managerial, often observed in practice. But error is a human. But at the same time, we have to attain the quality. Don't compromise on quality. Increase the quality and the precision each and every. Once, every day, if at all you sit and 1/2 an hour, yesterday what I have done, and whether I have followed all these things or not. The self audit is very much required. Once during the self audit, lot of the issues will be resolved. Improper public announcement and claims handling. Some errors I will discuss. After that, I will focus on how to verify the claims with the various documents and other things. One of the earliest responsibility of IRP is to make the public announcement and invite the claims. Errors occur when the announcement is delayed, not published, or in a prescribed newspaper. Still, I am remembering because I am also the credit officer of the bank. Earlier, particularly whenever the auctions are there for the bank loans, some of the people, they have chosen a small circulation because the quote is not defined. You have published this paper or that paper like that. So here, 100 or 200 newspapers are there in each and every district because they are printing some news and this type of auctions they will publish in that. And it will not be circulated, the communication will not reach to the ultimate buyers and thereby the problems arise. Today, reputed newspapers are there. That's why they mentioned clearly the reputed newspaper. Reputed in the sense is highest circulation. Second one, where the registered office is located, or the investors of the company is located, or the operational creditor is located. If at all are the investors, if at all you have given that advertisement for the purpose of the clients as well as the company is undergoing that CIRP like that. The message to be disseminated to the targeted people. Suppose I have given one advertisement, okay, I have given one advertisement, not in a local, other state. There is no use. Even English newspaper also, they have mentioned, that is All India newspaper, wide circulation paper. Give that one. That's why I told about the Bangalore pharma case. First time, whatever the claims are there, okay, they received. But expression of interest they have given, the expression of interest they have given local city, and nobody is applied. And one second time they have given the advertisement in pharma city, where the pharmaceutical companies are more. Then a number of people are applied for the expression of interest. After that, a request for resolution plan and all these things. So here, if at all the proper communication is not there, there is no use of the circulation, the printing of the particular, not only that one, the corporate data website, not only that one, the particularly IBBI website, not only that one, whatever the advertisement is there, you circulate among your groups. In liquidation, today, most of the people, they are sending the advertisement copy, they are putting in the groups without any cost. If at all cost is there, then the cost is to be approved by COC. Otherwise, there is no problem. Put it in groups. Wide circulation is very much required. Incorrect details, lost date, eligibility, contact details are to be provided. So mention the correct. Suppose I take, for example, one reputed institute, they have given one advertisement. In that advertisement, they have mentioned the contact number. I have tried so many times that a contract number is not in function. So claims are rejected arbitrarily without proper verification. So this claim, rejected, that claim, reject. Why we are rejecting? What is the reasons? What is the rationale for rejection? Write on the particular one paper, you put it on the particular claim, stapler, and whatever your findings are there. Why you are rejecting the one? If it all rejection on account of non-submission of proofs, send that one and a Xerox copy you put it with you. And what is the reason? You mention 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. So next time, if at all within the time, if at all not received, then there is no problem for you. In future also, if at all they approach the NCLT, my claim is rejected, not admitted means this proof is available. And lack of transparency in admitting or modifying the claims. It is not our job. Our job is accuracy is very, very important. Why we are not admitting or why we are modifying the claims? What is the reason? What is the reason for that? Whether that invoice is not matching our invoice, or whether the amount is not matching with our amount in the books, or if they have claimed interest, if the interest is not in the agreement, you briefly tell about the what is the reasons for that. Second one is suppose the interest claimed, delete that, they remove that interest, remaining amount, whatever our books are comparing or tallying, you admit that amount, not straight away, but you write a letter. But as per that particular this one, your claim is admitted for 3 lakhs only, and whatever the interest you have claimed, we are not admitting because there is no agreement. If agreement is there for interest also, please submit the same. Such lapses prejudice the creditors' right, undermine the credibility of the process. The credibility is affected. Improper public announcement. Failure to make a timely and proper public announcement or incorrect handling claims violates section 15 IBC public announcement and section 18(1)(b) receipt of and collection of claims. So you have to give the advertisement timely, and whatever incorrect handling of the claims violates the section 15 of IBC public announcement and section 18(1)(b) receipts and collation of claims. So that's why if at all we are wrong handling is a small mistake also leads to big problem, big challenge later on. Under regulation, this is governed by regulation 6, public announcement, regulation 7 to 12, submission of claims, regulation 13, verification of claims, arbitrary rejection or non-transparent admission of claims, also breaches of the code and clause 1 to 4, that is integrity, objectivity, and fairness. So that's why we should be careful, because the claims admission is an important one. Once the claims are properly segregated.
Sir, I have one question here.
Tell me, sir. Tell me, sir.
Can RP reject the claim like liquidator?
If RP is having a right to reject the claim also, sir. If at all that is not the tallied with the books of accounts, not submitted the proof of the claim like invoice and other things, then he is having right. 100%.
If he rejects, can I ventilate my grievance before NCLT?
Sir, if at all they approach NCLT also, you can
But
argue.
nowhere it is mentioned in the regulations or IBC, sir. RP has the authority to reject it. He
Sir,
may admit less claim.
no. Here, once the claims are to be admitted after verification means it is an implied meaning. Sir, suppose I have submitted one claim, sir. I am not related to that company, but I have fabricated or created some invoice and I have submitted. And whether the RP is having a right to reject the same or not. But then after in the claims part, I have given details, micro level details, granular level details I have given. We will see at that time.
Oh, okay, sir.
Different.
One more thing, sir.
Tell me.
What is the actual meaning of collation?
Collation, sir. Suppose if at all you are colluded, suppose take for example, one operational creditor is there. And operational creditor submitted the claim. And he is insisting the 12% from the date of supply to till date. But there is no agreement. But RP is allowed that 12% interest also.
No, collusion is not collusion, sir.
Huh?
Not collusion, I am asking.
Collate.
RP should collate.
Collation you said, no, sir.
Collation.
That
putting together.
Tell me, sir. Sir,
RP should collate the claims.
Claims, collate means a proper verification and a segregation, all are comes under collate. Collate.
Okay.
Correlate. Suppose you have submitted the claim, I have to correlate with the books of accounts. Correlate, collate or correlate. So that is to be cross-checked. Otherwise, bundles of claims will come.
Yes, that claim verification is subject to documentary evidence.
Correct, sir. So, defective constitution of committee. Once you have not properly verified the amount and all these things, or some operational creditor in financial, some operational creditor are classified as a financial creditor, or financial creditors are classified as an operational creditor, then it is a defective constitution COC. Even after 10 the meetings are over, if the later on it was found, then the total time is a waste. Then the DC will also take some action. The valuable time on account of the wrong classification, the lost, and they may ask to refund whatever the amount paid to the RPOs. It is their discretion. It is as good as a court. It is as good as the judiciary for the professionals. So the IRP, RP must correctly constitute the COC based on verification of financial creditors. Errors include inclusion of ineligible creditors or exclusion of legitimate ones. That is happening. He is a genuine person, you are rejecting. One person is not genuine, you are admitting. What is this law? Incorrect voting calculation. Sir, once you have calculated the once or twice the percentage to be calculated correctly. Percentage to be calculated. And based on the total financial creditors, total amount, and each and every amount that is to be matched with 100%. Even up to 2 digits, you have to correctly calculate. And sometimes even a fraction also, 66% voting, sometimes 65.40. We are no approximation clause is not there in the particular regulation. Too many knowledge is concerned. No, if at all 65.4 is there, make it as a 66. That type of this one is not there. So, incorrect voting share calculation. Failure to update a COC upon receipt of a revised claims. So, once you have returned that one, and later on they submitted failure to update the COC upon the receipt of the revised claims. Sir, once revised claims is there, whatever the earlier admitted cases file is to be updated. So earlier file on some date, this is a new file, upload that one. The versions, it is not confirmed. Sometimes if the creditors are approached NCLT given order to include this one. Later on we have to revise it, that percentages and all these things. This directly affects the decision making, voting outcomes, and legality of the resolution clause. Legality of the decision. If at all you are the operational creditor, they treated as financial creditor, whatever you have done, all are waste. Once that is a crucial point. That point you have to be very cautious approach is required. Incorrect constitution of COC, wrong or inclusion or exclusion of creditors or erroneous voting share calculation violates section 21 of IBC, Committee of Creditors. The procedural framework is laid down in regulation 16 or 17 or 18. Failure to update a COC based on the revised claims also contravenes of the regulation 13.2, regulation 17.1. Such acts may also violate the Code of Conduct, Clause 3, professional competence. So you have to be more careful. Once that part is over, then remaining part you can concentrate. Otherwise, if this part is a casual approach is there, throughout the CIRP, lot of problems will arise. That's why the frequent errors that is happening in claims, that's why I have prepared a detailed for housing, how to verify, for operational creditor, how to verify, how if at all any service provider, how to verify, and if at all any bank loans are there, financial creditor submitted, what are the documents to be verified, all these things I have developed, and I will show it to you once after half an hour or so. So the procedural framework laid down on all these things are there. The IRP or RP is expected to act independent fiduciary. Sir, this is not a rocket science. No, I have taken that a financial manager or okay, you take for calculation purpose and all these things, but finally you are announcing the results. These are the financial creditors, these are the operation creditors, these are the secured, these are the class of creditors, these are the home buyers, all these things you are announcing. And you have submitted that same to the adjudicating authority also before formation of the COC. So acting under influence of a specific creditors, especially the major banks. So you have to do the work independently. No, one financial creditor 70% voting rate. Why you are listening that person? Some of the IPs, what they are doing 70%, whatever my costs are there, immediately he will approve. For that purpose, I am maintaining close contacts. No, independence is required. You have to maintain a closeness with all the people, not one single person who is having the majority share, having a prior relationship with the stakeholders without disclosures. Are you? Once your relatives are there, or financial creditors are there, or operational creditors are there, if anybody is working in the company, you have to disclose the same to the adjudicating authority. then he approves, no problem. Otherwise, it is a big problem later on. Chaos in decision making, especially in admitting the claims are kuch nahi hota, admit boss, nothing will happen. No, whether it will happen or not, that is to you only, not those who are speaking like that. So you verify once again bias in decision making, confirmed decision making. Yes, boss, this is a promise or not this one. Simple rate of interest. I have calculated, but he is asking, he is claiming 1 crore extra. That I am not agreeing. Tell, nothing will happen, boss. This is a big company. 1 crore, nothing will happen. No, they don't dilute the system. Such conduct breaches of the code of conduct and may vitiate the entire CIRP. If IRP or RP acts under influence or fails to disclosure conflicts, it violates the section 208, 2A and A, duty to act with integrity and independence. It also breaches the regulation 7 to H of IP regulation code of conduct and clause 1, 2, 5 and 12, integrity, objectivity, independence and disclosure of the conflict. So that's why proper attention in each and every process, not only the claims, each and every process, sub-process. CIRP is a combination of various sub-processes. Each sub-process, whether it is a valuation, one process, or puff transaction verification, another process, or the request for resolution, another process, or evaluation matrix, another process, and expression of interest, another process, or all sub-process combination is called the CIRP process. But we have to pay attention for each and every sub-process. Otherwise, the integrity, objectivity, independence, and the disclosure conflict, that issues will arise. Failure to take the control and the custody of the asset. Once they told you have to safeguard the asset, they means we have to safeguard the asset. If at all anything happened to the asset during the CIRP, you are accountable. Then they will point out why you have not safeguarded. Suppose stocks are there. I don't bother about the stock. That is a store. Whether who is a storekeeper, whether he is properly maintain the records or not, what is the stock situation as on CIRP commencement date, and any leak, particularly the raw material water is coming in the inside the stores or not. And what is a insurance policy? If at all any scope for theft of the stock or burglary, then proper fire or fire extinguishers are there or not in the storeroom. If it is not protected, then you are accountable 100%. So failure to safeguard mobile and immovable assets leading to value erosion. Not securing physical and financial assets proper. Some mystery is there. Nearby water leakage is there. On account of water leakage, the machinery is going to be spoiled. Once the machinery is going to be spoiled, the value maximization problem will arise. Alone promoted to continue unauthorized control. So all are the boundary walls, particularly the company controlled by you only 100%, not even a 99.99. The assets, whether it's a mobile or immobile, the staff is also under your control. This affects the preservation of overall recovery. No, I have to work in 4 walls in the AC environment, and I will call this man, that man, and I go to the NCLT or whatever you want, or my profession is there, my CMA profession is there, CA profession or CSO profession is there, or legal profession is there. If at all I am concentrating on that, who will look after this baby? That baby is handed over to you by the NCLT. So this affects the preservation of overall recovery value. Not taking control of assets violates Section 18(1)(f) IRP duties and Section 25(1) RP duties to preserve and protect the assets. Yesterday we have discussed some disciplinary committee actions. That is random cases. If at all you are appointed as an auditor for a CIRP or liquidation, 80% of the cases, some mistakes, they always be there. But these cases, somebody has complained to the IBBA. That's why the DC was initiated the particular investigation. 80% of the cases. But this is not a big act. Only 256 sections, then regulation that the book is handy, and the handbook is available with you. You need not go through and you need not discuss, all are in the regulation itself. It may also breach of Section 20 management operation as a going concern. Sir, I may not be expert in handling the company, correct? But I should be expert in managing the man. Managing the man means the managing the production, managing the HR department, managing the finance department, managing the marketing department, etc. I may not be expert in managing the functionary heads are there. The production function, the HR function, the marketing function, all people. What is happening? Why the production is reduced? And what is the earlier, before CIRP, what is the production level? Why it is decreased? If people are not reduced, why the production is decreased? If there is no power cut, why the production is decreased? If raw material supply is continuously available, why the production is decreased? In marketing also, why marketing? Before CIRP, what is the particular marketing? What is the sales? Why the present sales is decreased? And earlier data, why you have not recovered? It is a credit sales. What efforts you are made? The managing man is also very important. I am not an expert in marketing. I am not expert, but you are expert in handling the people. The questions are to be raised by you. And then things are in settled. Suppose the finance department is there. Please come. How many insurance policies are to be taken earlier? Bring that insurance register. And the plant and machinery. What is the expiry date? Why it is not renewed? I am not told you that the funds are not there. Funds are available. Why you have not renewed? If at all anything happens to that particular machinery, who is responsible? Stocks. Why the stocks are insurance policy is not renewed? Next, the staff, the mediclaim is the medical health insurance is available. Why you are not renewed? Once it is a going concern, and the people are taking the salaries, and the provident fund or pension or whatever the gratuity, all these things I have to pay. It may also, during that particular CIRP, you reduce 50, you reduce, don't cut PF or pension. Is there any such instructions in the regulation? No. It may also the breach of Section 20 management of operation as a going concern. Such failures is inconsistent with the code of conduct diligence clause 14. So that's why the frequent errors are happening. Honestly speaking, this is not exaggeration. 80% of the cases, the full attention and concentration is not happening. Inadequate preparation of a memorandum. I told about information memoranda. It is a marketing document. It is for value maximization. While preparing any brochure, it is as good as a brochure, marketing brochure. I am defining that one. But to get the prospective resolution applicant, I have to cover all the areas. No communication gaps. I should not give the wrong information. Otherwise, I am in trouble. The RP must prepare comprehensive information memoranda. Errors include incomplete, inaccurate finance. Once you are releasing to the public, that is after expression of interest for before that particular request for resolution, only those people I am going to supply this IAM by taking the confidentiality agreement. The document should be accurate, not 99%, 100%. Omission of contingent liabilities. Why you are omitting contingent liabilities? In future, it may happen. The liability will come. And why you have not mentioned in the information? Later on also, some of the people, they may file with NCLT also. During that period, the information memoranda, he is not mentioned. That's why the resolution or the prospectus, successful resolution is not paying that amount to us. Incomplete, inaccurate information, omission of contingent liabilities, litigations, whether it is in court or check bouncing or workman compensation, all these things. Lack of operational details required by the resolution. Lack of operational details. What is the plant capacity? What is the running capacity? Utilization capacity? When it was paid? Whether it imported the machinery or not? If at all imported machinery, then automatically people will be tempted. Again, I have to get the foreign exchange permission from DGFT, Director General of Foreign Trade, export, import, all these things are there. Instead of that, it is readily available. So already the price, the value maximization will stop. A defective IM leads to poor investors' participation and undervaluation of the corporate data. Undervaluation of the corporate data. Once the preamble says that you are the person who maximizes the value, means if at all you are doing undervalue, the role is not fulfilled. Your role is not fulfilled. Preparation of incomplete or inaccurate information memoranda violates section 29 of IBC, preparation of information memoranda, under regulation 36 information memoranda. Non-disclosure of a material information may also breach the regulation 36A, expression of interest process, and the clauses 12 and 14. Why you are the non-disclosure? What is the problem? That is also a error. If had it been included, the value may be increased. The resolution applicant may acquire the company with a higher amount than the lower amount. Irregularities in appointing registered values. Valuation is critical for determining the fair and liquidation value. Today, the another area, biggest area and a challenging area by the corporate data or other people, sir, the valuation is wrong. And some of the people, they are appointing known people. If at all known people is there, they will listen. Even in banks also, whenever I am working in credit, the values are colluded with the borrower. Borrowers are tempted, they given some the kickbacks and the valuation report. But actually, the bank also proactively responded. So, what is the recent registration value of that particular land in the register office? You compare this value with that value, or surrounding RS number, registered survey number. So, for everything, cross checks are there. But the second, after claims, the biggest area is the valuation. Valuation is a critical determining the fair and liquidation errors include not appointing two registered values. I'm not incurring the amount from my own pocket. And if two are there, then managing a problem because the land and building one and plant and machinery one and security valuation, total 6 people. So some of the people, they restricted to one. So influencing the value to arrive the predetermined value. So all these things, IBBA is issued that circulation or quarterly journal, every quarterly journal, one article, COC Dharma. In the COC Dharma, the earlier chairman, he wrote one, the good articles. Every month, every quarter, good articles are there in the quarterly journal of IBBA. They have taken one issue and highlighted one issue on valuation. The same is uttered in that particular journal. This is not, I am not invented all these things. Whatever it is there, I am simply extract or retrieved and I am put in the presentation. Lack of transparency in valuation methodology. The methodology. What is his experience? Whether it is a raw candidate or experienced candidate. Okay. Some of the candidates, they are passing first time, but they don't have the experience. Today, the civil engineers for land and building, mechanical engineers for plant and machinery, and the particularly security valuation for the MBA finance as well as CMA or CS or CA. Improper valuation compromises fairness and may lead to legal challenges. See, the cases, number of cases, the IAs are filed by particular the stakeholders. Sir, this valuation, I know my company, what is the value? Correct? He knows his company, how much value it is there. Because for the last 10 or 15 years, he handled and every year, how much appreciation is there. Now, if at all that is to be decreased with the help of arrive at the predetermined value influencing, how much pain is there to the corporate data? Procedural lapses in conducting COC meeting. Here also, completely neglecting the board of directors. Actually, honestly speaking, really speaking, that is their 20 years or 30 years, they handled that company for the time being a temporary purpose that is given to you. That 180 or 270 or 330. We have to respect their views and not compromise independence only. No question of soft corner. The RP must conduct a COC meeting as per regulations. Errors include inadequate notice or incomplete agenda. Even if you see the regulation, once the mail is sent, once that particular other end people are opened, the acknowledgement message is also there. Get that the particular function in the mail. So even in banks also, internally we are having mails. Some of the people, sir, I have not opened the mail, but acknowledgement is there. Like that, WhatsApp, two ticks are gray, the green. Like that, in email also, acknowledgement will come that other end person opened the mail like that. That functionality is clearly defined in the regulation. What is the problem in adopting that method? Thereby, so tomorrow I am not I have not received, sir. It goes to the bulk or spam like that. No, once it is open, acknowledgement is there, boss. This is the acknowledgement, and not recording minutes proper. Sir, here minutes are there. Some cases, small cases, two issues are there. Immediately, what is the problem? And after completion of this one, if you sit another half an hour, it is very easy to send the minutes also to the respective the COC members. No. Aram say. In the meantime, if at all on account of a busy of other areas, I may forgotten, then it leads to problem. Then somebody will complain. So not recording minutes properly. Misreporting voting results or decisions. That is allowing unauthorized participants. Even tea or water, that persons also we should not. Because once the IBPA clearly told it is a confidential meeting, means we have to adhere the guidelines of the regulator. Such lapses affect the legality of the decisions taken by the COs. Non-compliance of the timelines under IBC. If at all I'm getting any assignment, my mindset is what is the next process? What is the next process? What is the next process? So unless that total process are completed, then only I'm happy. If at all two handle, two also simultaneously I will think. In this case, this is. In this case, this. And I will maintain the book also. So this is to be completed by tomorrow, 12 o'clock or 10 o'clock or 1 o'clock like that. The daily list is also required. Delay in each stage, claims verification, information memorandum preparation, or expression of interest invitation. Sir, drops will become ocean. That is the proverb. If at all one day or 2 days delay is there, then it is very difficult for us to reach the destination. That is 180 days before. So that's each stage. Once one stage, 1 day delay is there. In the next stage, set off that one by quickly completing that particular next process, seeking unnecessary extensions. That's why yesterday, day before yesterday also I told. In the presence of all IPs in the court hall, the adjudicating authority announces, what is there in that particular company? Nothing is there. Why you are asking another 60 days? If at all you are doing like this, then there is no other way except to inform to the IBPA. This is, court hall only. The honorable adjudicating authority informed to the concerned RP. Why delay? Unnecessary extensions. Once I am busy, I am having various functions, and I am busy to perform the son's marriage or daughter's marriage or the pilgrim centers and other things. Don't accept at initial stages. Accept and delay is also image risk. Failure to adhere 180 or 330 times. Delay defect the objectives of the time-bound resolution and reduce the asset value. Definitely, it will reduce the asset value. The value of the land may increase appreciation, But a machinery, if at all it is not a going concern, rusting started. After that, ineffective of the functioning of various parts of the machinery. After that, we have to sell that machinery per kg old iron, like that we have to sell. Had it been sold within that particular time, value maximization, that is also value maximization. I don't bother. It is not my baby. If at all that mindset is there, definitely value maximization will not happen. So the machinery, not only the rust and all these things, if at all they are putting some cover and lubrication, but today technology is fast. So that machinery update, latest updates are coming, the old are to be replaced. Once the updations are there, the operations cost will decrease, and modernization always people are preferring. If at all I am later on I am selling this machinery, nobody will purchase. I have to sell as a scrap. So the technology obsolescence rate is also very important. The delays defect the object of the time-bound resolution and reduce the asset value. And the improper handling of the resolution plans. RP must ensure fair and compliant evaluation resolution plans. Errors include accepting ineligible objections. The patience is required to verify the prospective resolution applicant under section 25A. Thorough verification. You can use the Dun and Bradstreet, or you can use the various methods are there to evaluate the prospective resolution applicant, the disqualifications that are mentioned under 29A. Not ensuring the plan meet the mandatory requirement under section. Whatever the dissenting criteria are there, and we have to particularly the liquidation value, the operational criteria at any cost should be reflected in the resolution plan, whether it is there or not. We have to verify the resolution plan and the evaluation matrix. If at all the preparing evaluation matrix, it is not a casual approach. After thorough verification of the resolution plan, you have to award the marks. You have to award it. Today, in some cases, they are approaching NCLAT. The evaluation matrix is wrong. They have given extra marks, which he is not eligible. Suppose you take, for example, if the promoter is having more than 10 years in the line of activity, you award 5 marks. One example I am quoting. 5 marks means the promoter is a young man, not having any experience background. If at all you are awarded 5 marks, it is a glaring. It is a glaring that he is not eligible for 5 marks. Everybody will comment that that is a young man, that is 30 years. Recently, he is entered into the business. Why you are awarding more than 10 years 5 marks? Why you have awarded 5 marks to this gentleman or this firm? Next, bias towards a particular resolution. So I have to select that resolution applicant only at any cost. At any cost. Whatever hidden agenda is there, that is immaterial for us. But always, every time you are giving positive remarks, then automatically, once my activity is there, 100 people will audit my activities. 100 eyes are audit my whatever. No, we are thinking that nobody is verifying our records. I'm having a discretion. Even cat, while drinking the milk also, That is a proverb. Drinking the milk also, that nobody is seeing me. Like that, some people, they are doing wrong things. But once the complaint is made with the IBBI, then only the true picture will reflect. These errors lead to rejection of the adjudicating authority and restart the process. Restart the process. 2 days back, I have told about one case, the real estate case. Even NCLT also not a grade. You have given extra marks in evaluation marks. Even the last time is over, still you have accepted the EMD deposit. And once one person is 70 crores, another offered 230 or 270. You have neglected 270, 230, and you have given the wide variation of haircut is there. He is not satisfied with value maximization. Okay, COC is having commercial wisdom subject to certain conditions. Otherwise, if at all they are doing wrong things, that shield is there, sir. Commercial wisdom shield is there, sir. They are protected means in that area only lot of problems are arising. Failure to ensuring the going concern status. Take the expect. Suppose hotel industry is there. Take one hotel industry expert and get the approval from COC. This expert will give the guidance how to run the hotel. Because of going concern, that is a new hotel. If at all I stopped, then automatically whatever the assets are there getting spoiled. So the going concern, if at all chemical, take the services of an expert. Because your functionary heads are there, production is there, marketing is there, HR is there, finance is there. If at all these people are continuing, the key managerial persons are continuing, or line functionaries are continuing, take their opinion in addition to that expert also. Nobody will object. If at all the need is there to continue the company as a going concern. Once the company is continue as a going concern, the value maximization. Value maximization is a intangible word. Everywhere value maximization. CIRP cost minimization. Value maximization. The RB must keep the corporate data as a going concern. Errors include poor operational management leading to shutdown. This is an opportunity for you. You are the head of the particular, the CEO of the company. Whatever your skills are there, whatever your energies are there, put and get the desired results, and everybody will be happy. Even if at all financial secretary is happy, definitely he will give other cases to you also. Non-payment of essential vendors employees. During CIRP, whatever the essential, there is no bar. During CIRP, to continue as a going concern, you are purchasing stock. What is the problem in paying the stock? Anyhow, the stocks are going to be converted into finished goods and you are getting sales revenue. Failure to rise in interim. That provision is there. The financial creditor is there. And a number of, in India also, to provide the interim finance, a number of people, they are offering interim finance like that. Because it is the first priority. Before giving, they will look into all these things. Use that one. Some issues will be resolved. Failure to raise in interim finance, reduce the enterprise value, and discourage the resolution applicants. We have to encourage the resolution applicants. Once the particular essentials and all these things are there, people are also not interested to work and they will not be motivated, demotivated. Thereby, once demotivated, I have to stop. Next, no going concern, no value maximization. Mismanagement of CIRP cost. Authorized amounts we have to take. We should not attempt it to the unauthorized amount. Yesterday also we have seen the disciplinary committee. He is drawing as if the bank account belongs to him, individual, not the company, under CIRP or liquidation. The CIRP cost must be reasonable and transparent. That's the company is in sick. The liquidity problem is there. If at all I am spending huge amounts here, the transparency is required. The minimization, no, it is not my baby means nothing will happen. Reasonable and transparent. Inflated fees of IRP or RP professionals. Why inflated? That's why today the banks are also, earlier, there is no card rate. Today card rates are there. That IBBA also defined card rates. Even the card rates are also, that is the upper cap, that is MRP. But today banks are also, no, we are ready to give this much amount. Are you ready to handle that? If at all it is not economically viable, if at all your other professions getting more amount, leave it of that one. Those who are interested, they will do. And for small amount also accept the assignment and not do the justice to that particular assignment. It is not a professional code. Inflated fees or IRP or RP are professions. Unauthorized expenses without COC flow. This is not a Akshay Patra. As much as we are withdrawing, check power is there with you. But each and every rupee we are accountable. We are answerable. If at all any audit is there, whether it is a random audit or specific audit by the IBBA, we are answerable for that. Not only this one, even companies also. Lack of proper records and disclosures. So whatever the records are there, in a structured manner, retrievable manner, the records are to be organized. And as far as possible, digitalize it. Tomorrow, the records may not be available. And the retrieval is also a problem. So, as far as possible, digitalize that one. Today, digitalization is also not that much amount. And IU is also there. If at all you are keeping the documents in information utility also, that is possible. Thereby your botherization will reduce. Excessive cost reduces recovery for creditors. Reduces the recovery. That is their funds. They have supplied the raw material, they have provided the service, they have funded to the company financial creditors, they have funded the debentures or bonds or etc. They have funded. So that's why the mismanagement in CIRP, another error, inadequate reporting and disclosures. RP must file regular reports with adjudicating authority. Errors include non-filing or delays progress reports. What is the problem? Once that activity is over, what is the problem? Immediately submit the same to the appropriate authority, whether it is a adjudicating authority or submit the same to the COC or upload in the IBBA website. Suppression of material facts. Not fill up, the blanks are more. If at all it is not applicable, if at all it is not relevant to that particular assignment, put it as not applicable or below signature, but most of them are left blank. That's why even on online forms also the star marks are there, mandatory. If at all you are not filled up, the system will not move. Next step. Misleading a disclosure to COC or tribunal. Wrong information. Forensic audit not completed, but informed to the COC it was completed. CDs are not supporting, not informed to the particular adjudicating authority to give support. Such actions can attract penalties, disciplinary proceedings. So, whatever small error is also the big challenge in future. Violation of code of conduct. The beauty of the IBBI is for everything, the code are there. Simple, lucid language, easy to understand by the professionals. IP code of conduct regulations there. Whenever updations are there, updated file on the top. Download that one, take the printout and have a look. This type of errors will not come. The insolvency profession are governed by strict code of conduct, violations including lack of integrity and objectivity. This is a profession. You are your regulator is there. Two regulators are there. One is IPA, second one is IBBI. Or three are there, COC. Or four are there, NCLT, COC, NCLT, and IPA, IBBA. All are auditing you. And at any particular point, if at all any wrong things are there, we are accountable and punishable also. Lack of integrity and objectivity. And a failure to extract due diligence. Whatever the documents are there, no casual approach. If at all I am not sufficient time to verify all these things, I am not having this knowledge to leave it off. Somebody who is having that capacity or capable or skills, they will do. Failure to exercise due diligence. Once the claims are received, your personal attention is very much required. Now, this is my assistant will do. What assistant will do? Whether the assistant is doing wrong things, you are accountable, na? Otherwise, take the assistance undoubtedly. Because once the volumes are increasing, take the assistance. At the same time, supervision and control is required. The supervision and control is very much required. Delegating core responsibility improperly. Who has given that discretion power to you? There is no delegation. Suppose the vouchers are there, that is to be passed by you, but you have delegated to another person. Is there any such a regulation mentioned in the CIRP regulation? If at all you are busy, you can delegate your financial powers to the next person. No such. Or if at all you are not coming to the office and you are 1 month, then during this 1 month, somebody is handling means there is no such type of provisions or the regulations that are mentioned in the CIRP. Core responsibilities. Daily you have to come by 10 o'clock and if at all it is a going concern, up to the end of the day, you have to work. For that purpose only, the remuneration or fees to be paid by the COC. Engaging other unethical practices. Why non-persons? Why not best persons? For valuation, best person. For a puff transaction, best person. Choose the best. Once you are choosing the best, your complaints, the complaints will reduce. Once you are taken a wrong person, then automatically it is a headache for you. If the Prasad is not having good skills in valuation, don't take. Another person you take. And these service providers who are there, if you are taking quality people, it increases the image of you. Finally, this violation can lead to suspension and cancellation of registration. All these things, if you see the quarterly journal of IBBA, every journal, one good article is there, first page, first print, that is the chairman desk. And failure to address avoidance transaction. It is very easy. That you have to give some confirmation. If it is not there, tell to my knowledge is concerned, or after verification, I don't find any that of transaction. Confirm to the adjudicating authority in time. Once it is there, then the transaction auditor to be appointed. RBI must identify the preferential, undervalued, fraudulent, and extortionate errors include non-conducting of a proper forensic. In IBBA, the IBC also, they have not mentioned about forensic audit. This is a transaction audit. But a familiarity sake or day-to-day routine sake, we are using the word forensic, but it is a transaction audit. But a proper, they have not a defined qualification. He should have the certificate in forensic audit, or he should be a chartered accountant, or he should be a cost accountant, or company secretary, or a financial expert. Financial expertise is required, but at the same time, skills also required. Whatever the look back period, 1 year or 2 years for a related party or fraudulent, today on account of ERP, on account of software developed, it is very easy to find out the suspicious transactions. That is a puff transactions. Easy. Technology is there. Search command is there. That is a SQL command, structured query language. And whatever the data files are there, through the data files also, if that person, the transaction auditor, is having a good command on the technology side, he is the right person. Audit plus command on the technology. Then the accuracy, the timely completion, number of the transaction, all these things. If at all he daily is verifying the manual, when it will complete. In the meantime, your CIRP will complete. The RBI must identify the preferential, undervalued, fraudulent, and extorted, not conducted proper forensic audit. Failure to file avoidance application. What is the problem? First, you file the application. Alien identify the suspected transaction. The audit also given. The puff transaction is only 4 chapters. Chapter 1, preferential. Chapter 2, undervalued. Chapter 3, fraudulent and extortionate. Within that, non-related, related, date-wise, and the proof, the annexes at the end of the book. Once the puff transaction book is given by the forensic auditors, it should be easy to understand, but that is not happening. Delay in identifying the suspect transactions. Poor coordination with the stakeholders. Creditors are worrying. Financial creditors are also worrying. They are having their own budgets, recovery budgets, operational creditor. Once the funds are struck here, then the liquidity problem. That's why one CIRP is equivalent to increase 20 CIRPs. Suppose one big firm is a corporate, the MSME firms are also there. So once one company is facing CIRP, the depending companies, 20 companies, they are also facing a CIRP because the funds are blocked and not realized due to CIRP. These firms, the depending firms also, they are not getting funds. The cascading effect is also there. The poor coordination with the stakeholders, they are worrying. That is nature, human nature. Once my funds are struck, when I am getting, anxiety will be there, like workers, like employees. Because they completed that 30 days or 40 days, 60 days or 3 months or 4 months. When I will get, in the meantime, their borrowings are there. They have to liquidate. They have borrowed with a higher rate of interest from money lenders also. Some message. No, once it is over, I will inform. When you will inform? Boss, this is a situation. What is the problem? One message or two messages. Communicate them. Then there are also, to some extent, within the unhappiness, they will get some happiness. The effective communication is essential. Errors include not engaging with the operational creditors. Why you are not engaging them? Is there any bar? Suppose one resolution professional is handling one case. Suppliers are coming, company, they are disturbing, correct? Had I been in the operational creditor, definitely I will also disturb that person. No. Once it is over, they will pay the amount. That type of a mentality, normally very few persons are having. Workers, that person, whenever he is coming to the house also, morning also, sir, I have supplied nearly raw material to the tune of 60 lakhs, sir. I'm in trouble, sir. When I will get them? Then you tell the good words to him. Workers also, that professional told me, daily 2 or 3 people, they are coming to my house. They are inquiring about their funds blocked with the company. Not engaging with the operational creditors. Financial creditors, COC. Financial creditor have given cash, but these people are given kind, only raw material, no conversion. Cash to raw material conversion process is there. But these people are outside the COC. These people, those who are given cash, they are inside the company. They are outside the company. And these people are getting information. Those people are not getting information. Lack of transparency with employees. Because their livelihood is their salaries. Their livelihood is their wages for workers. For employees, salaries. If at all it is realized, then they will be happy. But at least, anyhow, it is not within your hands. Give proper information, proper communication. In that particular time also, they felt some happiness on account of communication. If at all you have not given any communication, they further demotivated. Poor coordination with the regulators and authorities. Whatever the information to be provided to the IBC, provide. Or whatever the information to be provided to the judicial authority, provide timely. This leads to mistrust and operational inefficiency. Non-compliance with the judicial directions. RP must strictly follow the orders of the adjudicating authority and appellate tribunal laws, ignoring specific directions. Once the adjudicating authority is not a soft corner, they will give punishments as per the code, as per the rules, as per the act. Selective complaints, they will inform only selective, remaining they don't give. Particularly the judicial authority, it is dangerous. If at all they are harsh, they will follow the particular code and other things. But all people, it is possible. It is not an impossible thing. It is possible. If at all I am handling 10 cases with other profession, it is not possible. Misinterpretation of orders. Sir, I am thinking in that manner. Don't argue with the judiciary authority. We have to listen, my lord. I will do it, sir. Sorry for the delay. Then automatically some penalties will reduce. Such non-compliance may attract contempt of the court or proceedings. Definitely. Some people argumentative. In court, no arguments. My lord, I have to obey the instructions. I am not aware of that. So here, the judiciary directions are also very important. Failure in documentation recording. Every day, some documentation is happening for payments, or some notes, or some filings. All office copies, OCs or office copies are to be properly filed, date-wise, issue-wise. All are kept in one cupboard for easy retrieval, and the index is also required. If at all later on any specific audit or random audit is there, it is very difficult. All these things where it is means in that bulk files, it is very difficult. Index it. Maintain one index book. Missing or incomplete documentation. Improper maintenance of minutes, registers, and correspondence. All are to be within your control. For that purpose only, they have told that you are the CEO, you are the head of the company, you are the managerial qualities are required. Lack of audit trail. Whenever, whatever the expenditure is incurred, whether it is within the powers or not. And why they are asking? Suppose some expenditure is there, not simply pass. For what purpose? Because here the funds are very little, expenditure is more. We have to use ABC analysis. Top priority. After that, we have to segregate rank-wise. This weakness, defensibility of actions taken during CIRP. Hence, errors in IRP or RP during CIRP can significantly affect the integrity, the transparency, and the outcome of the insolvency. The integrity of the particular RP is not a transparent or outcome of the insolvency. Since IRP or RP is a fiduciary for all stakeholders, even minor deviations from the statutory provisions like regulations, ethical standards can lead to serious legal complication or consequences, including a replacement or penalties or disciplinary action. And once the replacement is there, then others are telling that I'm not competent person. Replacement. Once they are imposing penalty, others are telling that I'm not competent person. If at all they have taken disciplinary action, others, then I am not a competent person. The competency level is very much required to handle the good profession, valuable profession. That's why the IBC, the particularly RP or IP profession across the globe, respect and regard is also there. Therefore, the strict adherence in the IBC regulations, judicial precedents is essential. Once I am in profession, why the employees are not allowed to do the profession? Because the dedicated devotion, full commitment, full time, you have to do the profession. It is not a part-time job. Some other people they are telling, that's why earlier there is no limitation for cases. Today the restriction is there. So, and a judicial precedent is essential for a fair and effective resolution process. And this is with regard to the frequent errors. But as I told earlier, the various claims to be verified with the documents, all these things in detail, I will discuss up to 5:30. Is it okay, sir? Are you getting my point, what I'm discussing?
Sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Very clear, sir.
Sir, we will take for a 10 minutes break. After
Okay,
that,
sir.
Okay, sir.
type particularly how to verify.
Very,
It-
very important.
It is not available in any courts.
It is
Correct.
with checklist, sir.
Sir?
Process of verification with checklist. Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Break for 10 minutes, tea break, sir.
Okay, sir.
Ah. Shall I start now, sir?
Yes, sir.
Next, the important topic is how to verify the claims, whether it is in CIRP or liquidation. This is one of the biggest challenge area, particularly in the CIRP as well as liquidation. So they are not properly handle this assignment, particularly verification. Thereby, lot of problems are there. What are the areas? Particularly here, if you see, the overall objective of the claim verification is the role of IRP or RP is not mechanical admission of the claims. It is not mechanically admission, but a quasi-judicial determination based on you have to verify the books of accounts of the corporate data. Whatever the supporting documents are there for that particular crime, that is also to be verified. You have to sometimes information utility also you have to verify, or sometimes you have to investigate or independent verification and reconciliation. It is a lot of time it will take, and once you are spending more time means if it is small claims are there, if proofs are available, immediately you can admit. And sometimes some claims it is not matching, not reconciling, thereby it will take some time. So all these things, what are the different types of claims that are arised during CIRP liquidation? All are in detailed manner I will discuss. The verification must establish why we are verifying existence of debt. This is not already paid. This is to be paid by the company. This is to be paid by the corporate data as on the insolvency commencement date or as on the liquidation commencement date. Default. The company is defaulted this amount. Once defaulted only, they will claim that amount. Otherwise, if the company is paid, they don't file. So some of the irregular claims are also they arising. Even though the claim is settled by the company, but the company is in doldrums, the corporate data is not there. Some of the unscrupulous persons, they are with even though they know pretty well that the claim is already paid, still they are testing the accuracy of the CIRP process. That is also there. Correct quantum. What is the correct quantum? How much amount? The amount to be paid by the company as on CIRP commencement date or the liquidation commencement date. That is the border. That is on that day how much default is there or how much due is there by the company. And what are the areas? The core principles to be followed by the RP. While verifying the crimes, RP should ensure cutoff date display. So, the cutoff date is nothing but insolvency commencement date in case of CIRP, liquidation commencement date in case of liquidation. And evidence-based admission. If at all some people, no, sir, that the books are not maintained and I have not taken any acknowledgement from the corporate data, but the stocks are delivered, sir. This is acknowledgement. That is the paper. No. The evidence-based is very much required. No claim without a documentary proof. If a documentary proof are there, not there, don't admit. But once they submitted and you are declining, the remarks are to be written on that particular the claim form and rejected, the reasons for rejection. And reconciliation with the books. Whenever the claim is there, suppose I have submitted stock to the tune of 3 lakhs. So 3 lakhs on last June 2025. 30th. On the 30th, in the particular creditors list of the company, on 30th June 2025, whether my name is reflected, my invoice number is mentioned, and the date and the quantity, whatever the particulars are there in the particular creditors ledger, that is to be crossed. Simply paper is not sufficient. Even though along with the paper, so many documents he may submit, but it should tally with the company's books of record. So the reconciliation of books are also very much required. No adjudication of disputes. Once any claim is there, the disputes are, it should be a clear one. And if disputes are exist, admit the claim to the extent of undisputed. Suppose 200 rupees is there. Out of 200, already the company raised some objection. I will pay 100, not 200. If that is their undisputed amount only, you have to admit, not the disputed amount. So 200 I have claimed earlier. The company agreed, your quality is not up to the mark. And you have not timely delivered. Even though I asked you to supply the product A grade, but you have supplied B grade. For this, I will pay only 100 rupees, not 200. So once you are admitting that amount, you have to focus on undisputed amount only, not the total. Consistency, uniform treatment across all creditors. Once you are following one formula, one case, the second same formula, same method to be adopted. Some methods for certain persons, different methods, other persons, that is not correct. Now, verification of financial creditors, secured and unsecured. Suppose financial creditors are there, like non-banking financial companies, or chit funds, or some lenders, they file an application for the claim, whether he may be the secured or unsecured. For all these things, what are the documents to be verified by you? The financial creditors like banks or NBFCs or some certain financial companies or certain chit funds, they may give some finance to the company, or the friends or the relatives, all people there. The RP must examine. Whenever the banks and financial institutions are giving, they will give the sanction letter. I have sanctioned to the tune of so and so, so and so. So that is one copy they will deliver it to the corporate debtor also. These are the sanction terms and conditions. So whenever they are claiming by the financial creditor, the sanction letter acknowledged by the corporate debtor also to be submitted along with the claim form. Loan agreement. So for stocks, hypothecation agreement. For machinery, mortgage deed. Like that, different types of contract agreements are there. So along with, suppose one bank is submitted a claim. In that claim, the sanction letter should be there along with the claim form. Sanction letter, what are the document executed by the corporate debtor, that is also to be enclosed. And the security document like the loan agreement, or security documents like mortgage agreement or hypothecation or whatever the lien or assignment, whatever the documents are there, that Xerox copies are also to be attached. ROC charges. Whenever, as per section 77 of the Companies Act 2013, whenever the loan is sanctioned by the bank or NBFCs to the companies, they have to register with ROCs. The ROCs CHG1 or CHG9, that forms are, so take the printout and along with simply sanction letter, loan agreement or security documents not suffice, even ROC charge also. Next, statement of account. So whenever the bank is given any loan, so the statement account, the latest statement account, that is whatever the balance is there, the balance, because bankers, whatever the account statements they are giving, that is as per Bankers Book of Evidence Act. It is acceptable in their court. This is also the NCLT. They will submit all the claim particulars to the NCLT also to formation of the COC. So certified whenever they are giving any account statement at the level, this information extracted from the books or computer system and the balance is as on date so and so and the signature, the branch manager name, date also to be mentioned. And not only that one, interest calculation, whether the interest is monthly compound or quarterly compound or yearly compound, that is also to be mentioned in the account statement. The system is automatically calculated if at all it is a monthly interest, monthly or quarterly or half yearly or yearly. Even agriculture advances are also half yearly intervals. Some cases the yearly also. Whatever the interest is there, that is also clearly there or not, you have to verify. And default statement. So once the company has not paid the installment on due date, that is installment EMI on term loans, whatever the plant and machinery or construction of buildings are there, if they have taken any loan, the repayment schedule is to be provided by the bank. Accordingly, the company has to pay on due date. If the company is not paid, next 90 days, the account will turn into non-performing asset. That default statement also they have to provide. And not only that one, once the financial creditor is there, the financial creditors, they will upload their the borrowers, particularly companies account, and now individuals also they are uploading. And the information utility certificate, whenever the documents are uploaded or the loans are informed to the information utility, the utility will take both from the financial creditor as well as the borrower, and based on the document and confirmed only, it is a final. That information utility record also to be obtained. Not only that one, even banks is having access to the CIBIL, the Credit Information Bureau of India, or CRIF Highmark, or Experian. So four institutions are there. So whenever they are giving any loan, month end, these are to be recorded in the CIBIL or CRIF Highmark or Experian. So they will take the printout of that one and enclose. Once the financial creditor is submitted like that, and if this amount is tallied with your books, then only you have to accept. Otherwise, no acceptance. Whatever shortfall is there, you have to raise and admit. You have to raise, take and admit. Simply.
One question, sir.
Sir.
Sir, what about a request for disbursement in case the loan is in installments? Let us say he is drawing in installments.
Correct.
He can RP also demand a request for disbursement along with all these documents?
Once the account turn into non-performing and particularly the facing CIRP, no further disbursements. Midway, that is to be stopped. Suppose one working capital loan is there. The working capital loan is that limit is 50 crores. But 20 crores dispersed. But after CIRP comments, then the RP is not having a right to disperse. Boss, my limit is 50 lakhs, 50 crores.
Sir, I'm not asking about utilization of the remaining amount. See, for let us say the limit is sanctioned limit is say 50 crores. The statement shows 20 crores utilized. Can I also demand the disbursement request given by the earlier company?
Sir, in the similar manner, term loans also. Term loans also.
Yeah, in this
talking
list
about
of
term
document,
loan.
no, my
You are
question
talking
was,
about term loan now. Whatever the rule applied for working capital, the same rule applied for term loans also. They are not having a right to demand to disperse the balance amount. verification of interest calculation. The RP must be carefully to verify whether interest is a monthly or quarterly or half yearly or yearly compound. And you have to see the sanction letter. In the sanction letter, what is there? Whether it is a simple or compound, without interest on interest compound, without that one simple, whether that is there or not, whether the penal interest is correctly applied or not. If a penal interest is there, you have to apply the penal interest also. So the penal interest correctly applied or not, that is also to be verified. Whether the interest is charged only up to insolvency commencement date, ICD date. So once you are verified like that, then only the claim is to be admitted. And if finally it should be tallied with the books of accounts of the company, that is a corporate data. So whatever the documents I have mentioned, for every, even though they are filing the whatever the forms that are designed for workers or operational creditor or financial creditor, that is not suffice. All these things, even interest also to be verified. So sometimes even sanction letter 10%, but whereas the bank sanctioned 12%. And the corporate data is not given for 12%, that is restricted to 10%. That much accuracy is required. Simply, whatever the forms are designed by IBBA, if the financial credit put the stamp and this is as per the ledger, means that is not to be accepted. Example of the financial creditor scenario.
Sir,
one example.
In one sanction letter, sir, in one sanction letter, rate of interest is 14.50%.
Correct.
Per annum.
Correct.
But while submitting the claim 1 month back, they loaded the interest. Penal interest they have mentioned 2%. 14.5 plus 2%, 16.5. They have charged monthly compounding interest till ICD date. And the actual loan amount was 6 crore 75 lakhs. Now they have submitted a claim of 73.50. 73 crores 50 lakhs. 73.5. And accordingly, COC was constituted and other financial creditor whose share is admitted claim is less, and 100 crores is debt, admitted claim. Of that, 73 is one financial creditor. But actually, that is not the actually accepted debt, should be. And this other financial creditor has ventilated his grievance because he lost the voting share. He is only at 23%. Other side is having 73. They escalated the amount like anything. And what will be the recourse now, sir?
Sir, here escalated. Tell me, sir.
Other small financial creditors with respect.
Sir, here.
Rate of interest mentioned is 14.50 plus penal interest 2%.
Correct. Sir, here the corporate debtor agreed for 14.5. Example.
Yes, sir.
Next, if at all the timely not paid, the 2% penalty is also there in the terms and condition. Definitely, even though it is 6 crores or 7 crores, and now on account of competition, it becomes a 70 crores also. Claim means not a principal amount. Claim means with rate of interest, that is called a time value of the money.
Okay, sir. No problem.
That 70% they have 70 crores they have to admit. Okay. A bank sanctions 10 crores term loan at the rate of 12% per annum, compounded quarterly. Verification. Check the disbursement entry in the bank statement, whether 10 crores are disbursed or not. Verify the ledger in corporate data books. Corporate data books also please verify. Recalculate interest. If EMI is defaulted, check NPA classification. From the EMI defaulted date to 90 days, the particularly NPA classification, that is correct or not. If a penal rate of interest at 2% is applied, ensure it is applied only after default, not from the date of sanction. So even the terms and conditions also, if the company is defaulted, 2% will be charged and verify the security. If the company has given particularly the mortgage of the plant and machinery, etc., the title deeds are also to be verified. Match with the ROC charge. If the company has given 10 crores, 10 crores, the principal amount is created charge under Section 77 of the Companies Act or not, that is also to be verified. Key risk. Banks sometimes claim interest beyond ICD. Some of the banks even suppose up to 90 days the claims are allowed. He submitted the claim of 89 days. Up to 89 days, that is after insolvency commencement date, they will calculate. But the deadline is ICD date, insolvency commencement date. Beyond that, they should not claim. All these things are to be verified by the resolution professional and accordingly has to admit the claim. Verification of operational creditor. Today, number of operational creditors, they are supplying raw material, they are supplying various stocks, etc., etc. The operational creditors are also to be thoroughly verified. Today, if the total claim amount, if one operational creditor or two operational more than 10% of the total claim, they are also part of the COC without voting right. Next, this also to be verified carefully, and this also to be cross-checked with the books of account. Documents to be verified for supply of goods or services. Services means so many services. Transport services. One transport company, they are supplying the raw material through their lorries or transport vehicle, or final goods. They will send. They will use the transport for sending the final goods to the port for export goods or to the market. All these things are also service. So, how to verify the claim, the operational creditor claim? One is a purchase order. So, form is one area. Along with the form, these are to be enclosed. Otherwise, reject that one, mention these forms and ask them to resubmit. Purchase order. Where is the purchase order, Bhaiya? When the company has made a purchase order to you, can I have the Xerox copy? Or sometimes it is called as a purchase requisition also. So, okay, you have supplied raw material. Invoice. What is the invoice, Bhaiya? Invoice, you please give, because once you have supplied invoice to the company, the invoice copy with you. Can I have the Xerox copy along with the form? And not only that one, and goods receipt note. Once the goods are taken by the company, when immediately I have received the goods as per our purchase order, the goods are in okay, and I agree to pay within 20 days or 30 days as per the purchase order agreement. Then the storekeeper or the official, they will sign and take. Like next, delivery challan or transport receipt. Whenever the goods are supplied, normally it will travel by lorry or train or air or ship. Lorry receipt or railway receipt or airway bill of lading or a bill of lading the shipping authority. That delivery chalana they will take, and a lorry receipt also. Can I have that particular Xerox copies? E-way bill. Once it is crossed different states also, e-way bill is also there. and a quarterly inspection if applicable. Quality inspection. Quality inspection. Whenever the goods are received by the company, first it goes to the quality control department. Whether the goods are as per my requirement, I told A grade palm olive oil or B grade palm olive oil or whatever the grades are mentioned, the specification, the quality control, they will take some samples and they will verify. If at all it is satisfied, then they will give the quality inspection report if applicable. And ledger account in corporate data. Once the goods are received, immediately one entry, that is so-and-so the purchases account data to so-and-so company. So-and-so company. So like that general entry and relevant transaction and GST returns. Once they have purchased GST or 2A or 2B reconciliation, whether it is reflected in the GST return or not, then only the operational creditor claim to be admitted. Simply, okay, out of this, some of them are may not be available, but prima facie, broadly, this document. But if at all are synchronizing at a level, don't be too much insisted if that is not there. Suppose the bankers are submitted CIBIL report, but all are tallied. And if please admit, if company accounts and other things are tallied, admit and ask them to submit a CIBIL report. Like that. ROC. So if all are tallied, okay, boss, all are tallied, but ROC registration is also required because later on we will think it of how to. But you please send one letter to the claimant in the similar manner, operational creditor. Simply, whatever the forms of IBBA designed, submitted, that is not the final form. The cross-checking is required. Then only after this process is over, how many financial creditors are there? How many operational creditors are there? Within financial creditor, how many are related party? How many are not related party? That is aggregation. How many are secured? How many are unsecured? All these things are proper classification, exact or correct classifications. Example, operational creditors supply goods. Scenario, suppliers claim 50 lakhs for steel supply. Verification flow. Purchase order issued by the corporate debtor. Invoice matches with the purchase order quantity and rate. So invoice should not be different. If at all any disputes are there, don't admit. Undisputed amount, admit a disputed amount or write a letter. And by mentioning the closing dates and other things. Transport proof, lorry, e-way bill confirms the movement of the goods. And a GRN, goods received note, confirm the receipt of goods at factory. And the storage ledger entry, inventory record. Once the storekeeper has taken, he will enter into stores record. That is called stores ledger. Accounts ledger. Once the stores ledger is received, then they will send the information to the accounts. Accounts, they will enter into the creditors that is to be paid. That is liability recorded. But a critical check is goods received, note is missing. Claim may be doubtful. Some artificial claims are also there created. And if goods are rejected, reduce the claim accordingly. So subsequently, out of that invoice, 100 units, the company returned 50. That 50 also you deduct, remaining 50 only you have to admit. So like this, the operational creditor, the claims are to be verified properly. And not simply the form and whatever the information, stamps is not the criteria. Documentary evidence is very required. Cross-checking with the company books are also required. Whatever the deficiency document is there, you please send the information. Service-based operation criteria. Some people, they are not supplying stocks. They are supplying the transport. Suppose I take, for example, all employees morning, they will bring from their residence to the factory and drop. This bus services or generator, so many services are there. And for service, whenever the service is there, the company will give work order. Where is the work order, bhaiya? Completion certificate. Once the service is completed, they will service completion. And a measurement book for construction. Even construction also, if at all it is outsourced, then the measurement book and the emails approvals and TDS direction proof. Whenever there are service providers are there, that is a vendor management. In the vendor management, according to TDS rules, we will deduct a TDS and pay to the government, and it will be reflected in 26 EAS like that. And a TDS deduction also to be is a proof. So service-based operational criteria also, this is the must. And we should not dilute this type of this one. Not only that one, verification of a class of creditors, that is home buyers. In the home buyers also, okay, admit that one. And accordingly, about 10, the particularly class of creditor in debentures, you have to appoint the representative for that class of creditors like that. What are the documents in case of home buyers? Allotment letter of the home buyer by the builder or the real estate company. By a builder-buyer agreement, that Xerox copy. And how many installments are so far paid? Once installments are paid to the builder, they will give the installment letter. That is also to be filed. And once the payments are made in the bank account, the bank statement of the company, that is to be verified. RERA registration details, if any, is available. So whenever the purchases are made, they will do the RERA registration particulars. If that is also there, that also to be verified in case of home buyers. Otherwise, irregular and wrong claims are increased, then there is no control at all. And example of a home buyer. A home buyer 40 lakhs paid. Verify the installment via bank statement. Cross-check the builder's ledger. And check if unit is allotted or cancelled. Important. Interest for compensation may be the contingent. Suppose if at all some home buyers, the agreement itself, they told if the home flat is not delivered on a particular month in that particular year, after that per month we will pay 25,000 rent like that. So for that, it is a contingent one, and admit a principal and a contractual amount, due amount only. Whatever the contractual amount due is there, that is to be admitted. Verification of government dues. So once the government dues is there, how to verify? The authorities involved, it may be the income tax, it may be the GST department, it may be the employees provident fund or ESI authorities. Once they have submitted their claims, the documents to be verified, assessment orders. So once income tax department is submitted, assessment order, the demand notice, that is also the return filed, GST or IT return, and Form 26 or annual information statement, and PF and ESI statement of employees, All these things are to be verified. Otherwise, wrong amounts leads to problem later on. So whether it is the particularly tax authorities or government also, we have to prepare that a particular claims in such a manner nobody should pinpoint later on. Example, GST department claims. GST department claims to close. Verify with the GSTR 3B filed versus books and check whether the demand is adjudicated or under appeal or treatment admitted if crystallized, otherwise treated as a contingent. If at all it is under appeal, it is to be treated as a contingent. If at all it is adjudicated and it is to be crystallized. So that's why whether it is a government or financial creditor or operational creditor, this is a procedure, not simply. So today what is happening means this type of information is not reflected elsewhere. So some of the people, then whatever the procedure they are adopted, that procedure, the company procedure are adopted, that they will follow. Finally, all these things, the audited financial statements are there. With that books, verify the cross-check whether all these documents are given, but whether it is tallied with them or not. Verification of contingent liabilities. What is a contingent liabilities? Bank guarantees. Court cases are also contingent liability. Suppose the workman, the accidents are happen. Workmen Compensation Act, the company has to pay. But it is the negligence of the labor. The company is arguing in the court. And thereafter, the court is also given a judgment in favor of the particular company. Then till such time that amount is to be contingent liability. So once the company is appeal went for appeal, then it is a contingent liability. Bank guarantees. Verify the BG copy. Bank guarantees copy. Today, bank guarantees are also a lot of frauds are coming and fabricated documents are also created. That's why electronic documents are made and with the digital signatures and all these things. So verify the bank guarantee. Check invocation status, whether the guarantee is invoked or not. Once invoked, the contingent liability becomes the liability. And example, if the BG is not invoked, then contingency. If invoked before the insolvency commencement date, actual liability. Court cases, review the court cases. Sometimes they will approach the court cases. Legal opinion and orders are passed or not. Suit filed for 5 crores, no decree yet. It is to be treated as a contingent liability. Verification of a workman and employees claim. They are also filing the claims. That is also to be verified. How to verify? The documents, payroll records. Whatever the payroll records are there, whether it is a salaries or wages, the HR department of the company, they will prepare the payrolls. So name, the employee number, the basic salary, the DA, the house rent allowance, whatever the other allowances, gross salary, PF, pension, LIC, all these things are how loans get taken from the company, all deducted, net salary, they will credit to the account. This is called payrolls. Every company now today online payrolls is there and salary slips are also generated. For that also you cross check with the attendance register whether it is some people they will create a fabricated. No, I have to pay this much amount to the employees like that. Attendance registers are there or not. Appointment letters. Once the employees are taken on board by the company, they will give the appointment letters also, salary sheets, and Provident Fund ESI, whether the particular every month they are paying EPFO, Employees Provident Fund Organization, or ESI, Employees State Insurance, that statements also cross-checked. Otherwise, some the amounts may be fabricated by the employees or the wages also. To avoid that one, this type of verification is required. Example, workmen claim unpaid wages for 3 months. Verify attendance. Match with the payroll. Check balances salary to transfers bank account. And identify the unpaid portion. Then only the 24 months or 12 months, whatever the unpaid is there, during the liquidation, that too through waterfall mechanism, the secured and the 24 and whatever the employees 12 months is there, that is to be paid. So workmen compensation claims, accident records, when it was happened, what is the CCTV camera footages, if at all it is available. And when the insurance claim, today Workmen Compensation Act, most of the companies, factories under Factories Act, they will take the insurance policies. Even pensions also, the LIC of India also issued the pension policies. Now the particular labor code is came into the picture, and whatever the procedure, regulatory procedures are there that followed or not. Sometimes the court orders, suppose the workman they filed certain amount, company is agreed less amount, the court order is full amount, that full amount to be paid. This is with regard to workmen and this one. And you have to reconcile with the books also. RP must reconcile the source, the purpose. So the trial balance, overall liability check, whatever the purchases and trial balance, you check the total amount is there, supplementary registers are also available. In that supplementary register, how much liability is there, that also please verify. Ledger accounts, party-wise verification, and bank statement, payment validation or not. GST return, input-output matching, and this much exercise is to be completed. Are you understand, sir? Sir?
Sir, yes.
This much homework or exercise is very much required for admitting the claims. Next, use of information utility. So for financial creditor, it is a mandatory. For operational creditor, as per the regulation, it is optional. Data of information utility like National E-Governance Services Limited, authenticated debt records, default confirmation, they will give. The IU record carry higher evidence value. Nobody will object. So that's why the financial creditors today, whatever the loans taken by the companies, all are recorded in the information utility on the day one only. Day one means the loan taken date. Common red flags in claims verification. Inflated interest claims. Agreement at 12%, but charging 14%. Why you have charged 14? Why not 12%? Because the corporate data, the finance department has to take care of, but sometimes the finance data, the department people also, they have not taken care of. And the financials and the creditors, they will charge higher. But the promoters, they are not having time to verify this clerical nature work. Inflated interest claims. But being an RP, during the CIRP process, whether the rate of interest charged by the claimants, particularly the financial creditor or others, then it is correct or not to be verified. Duplicate invoices. They raise a duplicate. No, sir. I have supplied, sir. They have created because the corporate data is not there. Or corporate data is not cooperated with the resolution profession. But these sometimes the corporate data also asked you raise 10 invoice and submit like that. So here the duplicate invoices are also there. So verify that one, whether the all originals invoices are with the purchase department of the company. Purchase department, and the Xerox copy is available in finance department for payment. So once the invoices are there, whether if already paid, if again submitted, this is already paid, please refer your bank account on so this amount was created. Sign it and send it. Duplicate invoices and no goods received, no for supplied goods. Once the goods are received without acknowledgement, suppose your postman came and he is giving one register letter, whether he is taking a signature or not. Suppose the courier is there, he is handing over some box or this one, whether they are taking or not. Even Amazon, the OTP and other things is as good as an acknowledgement. OTP will come to your mobile and you are telling, then only the acknowledgement. So the goods received note, the acknowledgement of supplied goods, that is also missing in most of the cases. Backdated entries. So they will create a fabricated. So that's why we should be more cautious. Some of these claims are instigated by the corporate data also. Boss, you file that one, you file this one. I am not raising any doubts. They will pay. They will pay means for each and every claim that is to be cross-checked with the available records. Whether it is a purchase record or a stores ledger or a finance department payment, etc., etc. Backdated. Related party transaction. That also I had discussed. How to identify the related party transactions and the claims without supporting documents. So claims are there, but no documents, supported documents. Suppose today all are there, but the bill of exchange is still. Simply write the bill of exchange completed 3 years, no acknowledgement given as per section 18 by the corporate data. Hence, this loan is invalid or time barred. Written that. We should not accept the time barred promissory notes or bill of exchanges. Claims filed without supporting documents. Documents and speaking the order by RP. After verification, RP must admit the claims or reject the claims or partly admit the claims. Provide a reasoned justification. Whenever you are admitting or this one, you mention one note or each and every claim, 1 page, 1/2 page via A4 size. I am admitting the case because all documents are there. This is tallied with the books of accounts of the company. In the purchases ledger, this entry is there, signature. If returned, these particular documents are not submitted, hence returned to the operational creditor or financial creditor for submission of the document, signature, sent, Xerox copy. Provide reasoned justification. Maintain claim verification register. So all the claims received in the register also, financial creditor, within financial creditor, secured and unsecured, within secured, related party, unrelated party, like operational creditor, related or unrelated parties. All these things you have to, and the summary to be carried forward, and accordingly you have to finalize how many financial creditors are there, how many non-related parties are there, they are eligible for the COC. And if at all, more than total claims, how many you have received, out of the total claims, more than 10%, how much, those people only you have to invite for the COC without voting right, in particularly the operational credit. Practical approach for accuracy. A prudent RP should adopt a checklist for each creditor category. So you have to prepare. For financial creditor, these are the documents. For operational creditor, these are the documents. For class of creditor, these are the documents. For home buyers, these are the documents. For service provider, these are the documents. And for cross-check of the company, these are the registers, etc. A prudent RP should adopt a checklist for each creditor category. Use forensic audit techniques where required and cross-verify with the statutory auditors. So audit reports also internal audit and maintain audit trail and verification. Audit trail and verification. In the ERP also, audit trails are there. Particularly during that period, whatever the audit trails are there, you verify this one. That's why I told the search function is also required, available. And these are also immediately, this is not they take too much time. Once I'm having the good command on the ERP software, and whatever the claims cross-checked with the company records, and within no time I can dispose it. Hence, claims verification is the foundation of CIRP and liquidation, as it directly impacts. Once the claims are correctly arrived, you can conscious the COC. Because here the number of disciplinary action initiated is wrong claims. Casual approach. No verification, nothing. Okay. Once you verify the claims, finally he will prepare himself. He has to cross-check why this block, why secured, unsecured, and cross-check some of the entries. Constitution and voting share. Not only that one, for each, tomorrow the voting is wrong. Then, next, in case of liquidation, waterfall mechanism. If at all you are wrongly identified operational creditor as a financial creditor, out. Disciplinary action will be initiated. Voting rate wrong on account of one person, the rate of interest is wrong, and the claim amount is raised, thereby he is getting more voting rate instead of other person. Out. And the constitution of committee of creditors, operational creditor taken as a financial creditor, or financial creditor taken as an operational creditor, out. The RP must act as a neutral verifier, ensuring that only legitimate, substantiated, and correctly quantified the claim are admitted as the insolvency commencement. So here, the claims is the crucial one. Based on the claims only, the constitution of committee of creditors. If at all you are wrongly classified related into non-related, out. The COC is not correct. The voting rate is not correct. The distribution of waterfall is also not correct. Some more. Comprising independence and impartiality. One of the foundational expectation of the result. Any doubts, sir, up to this point of time? Any doubts? Sir, madam. Any doubts?
नहीं सर, कंट्री कर
Work. So the compromising and independency and impartiality. One of the fundamental expectations of the resolution is to act as an independent authority. In the claims, pakka perfect. No question of any favoritism. Whatever the rule is adopted, common for all. Don't deviate. However, in several cases, RPs are found aligning themselves excessively, either committee of creditors or corporate debtor, erstwhile management. Such conduct undermines the neutrality required under the code. So these errors are to be zeroize, not minimize. No question of a minimization. Whatever the irregular practice are there, zeroized, not minimize. Instances include acting on oral instruction of a dominant financial creditor. Boss, kuch nahi hota, you pass, you accept that one, you accept this one. If at all financial creditor of the COC raise that query in the particular discussion and prepare the particular resolutions and minutes are to be provided. Ignoring a dissenting creditor consents. Once one person is not accepted for that particular resolution, why you are ignoring? Okay, for that agenda or resolution only, he is not accepted. It doesn't mean we should not ignore him, allowing promoters indirect influence in CIRP proceedings. Judicial forms like NCLT or NCLAT have consistently emphasized that the RP is not an agent of COC, but a facilitator of the process. The COC not your principal. You are the court-appointed person. You are a court-appointed official. And you are the trustee for the COC. And whatever the trustee for the company, CD, and COC, if at all any wrongdoings are there, you have to control. You have to control. Failure to maintain transparency in CIRP. Transparency is the backbone of CIRP. Irregularities arise when RPs don't they properly publish the Form G, invitation for the expression of interest. So the irregularities arise, do not properly publish the Form G. Provide selective and incomplete information. Prospective resolution applicants. Failure to maintain updated records in data room. Such actions lead to reduction in participation, affecting the value maximization, which is the core objective of the CIRP.
Sir.
Sir.
You mentioned the transparency is the backbone of the CIRP, only the 3 points. I think so. Transparency should be maintained in all activities of the IRP.
Correct. Correct.
Not only that 3 points should be limited to, for this case.
Transparency is a backbone of CIRP, total CIRP. Not only CIRP, even liquidation also.
From very beginning of the claims acceptance thing, everything, COC commission, everything.
Every step. Every step. Not hiding the information, not doing the mistakes or errors, etc. Improper constitution of a function of COC. Errors in a constitution of COC, a serious violation. These include incorrect classification of financial versus operational creditor. The basic knowledge is required. Who is the operational creditor? In the code also clearly defined. The first set of sections are definitions only. That definitions, once again read that one. Inclusion or exclusion errors affecting the voting share. one correct person, if at all you are excluded, or one wrong person, if at all you are included, then problem. Non-verification of claims before COC form. Before COC. Why you have not verified? Before a COC formation, you have to verify and submit it to the particular adjudicating authorities, or these are the financial criteria, these are the voting rights, I'm going to form the COC. Further, RP sometimes fail to ensure proper notice or agenda circulation to COC meetings. Recording of many minutes accurately. Fair opportunity for a discussion. This has frowned upon the judgment such as COC in SR Steel and Limited, Satish Kumar Gupta. Also, this is reiterated. Delay in procedural non-compliance. CIRP is a town bomb, or however, irregularities are as a delay in admission of claims. Fail to adhere the timelines of expression of interest, resolution plans and evaluation. So repeated and unjustified extensions. Such delays defeat the purpose of the code, erode the asset value, and mishandling of claims verification. As I told earlier, the verification is a statutory responsibility under CIRP. The process will start after public announcement, followed by the verification of the claims. The second step in CIRP is the claims verification. Once the public announcement is given, the claims will start. The claims are not to be dumped. Today, 2 claims are received. Immediately verified and file it and record it in the claims register. And if at all they are not submitted that particular information, return with the reasons for return also, and ask them to submit the relevant information that is required for admission. And the next day, 10, verify the same. If at all you dumped on one day, if at all you are starting the process, some errors are inevitable. The errors will definitely, once the volumes are increasing, definitely there is a scope for errors. So on day-to-day basis, once the register is there, in the register, date of received the complaint, the claim and segregation, what are the deficiencies, accepted or rejected, or partly accepted, or partly this one, or financial criteria or operational criteria, or secured or unsecured, or related. If at all you are designed that particular register in such a manner, and the columns are total to be arrived. And next to that financial criteria, you mentioned the voting right also. At the end, the total of the financial criteria and whatever the individual is their voting right is also. Lack of a document, rejection, the valid claims without proper reasoning. Once you are returning, okay, why you are returning, the other person should know. Lack of documentation not. This leads to wrong determination of voting shares, may result in litigation also. Non-compliance in information memoranda and preparation. It is a crucial document for prospective bidders. Provide incomplete, outdated financial data. So once the audit reports are there, if at all it is not completed, if the financial year is completed, then you have to sign on the particular annual reports also. And that authority is also vested with you as per the particular ROC guidelines also. And once the data, whatever the latest data is available, and accordingly you prepare that one and provide incomplete, outdated financial. Omit contingency liability. Why you are omitting contingency liabilities? whether it is a bank guarantee or litigations in court, particularly with regard to workmen compensation or any contingencies, fail to disclose the operational risk. The operational risks of the company to be highlighted. It is the document is not on the instrument color, black and white part of the company also you have to mention. Then only the correctness will be there. Irregularity in the resolution plans. During the resolution plan stage, deviation, allowing ineligible applicants. Section 29A, lot of homework is required. Homework means once you understand the concept, what are the various disqualification, how to verify that one, what are the various sources that are available for verification. If you know, it is hardly 2 days or 3 days for you. You need not spend much time. So first, what are the disqualifications under 29A? So each disqualification, what are the various sources? So then you write its sources and accordingly it can be completed within a short span of time. 180 days is the upper date. It doesn't mean I have to stretch the CIRP up to 180 days. Once one activity is there, you can start the second activity. Allowing ineligible applicants, lack of fairness in evaluation matrix. What are the model evaluation matrix that are developed by IBBI? Model evaluation matrix. What are the points that is to be avoided, are they awarded? Or whatever the 10 points or 20 points or 1 to 5 scale, whatever it is there. Modifying the plan submission deadlines. Modifying plans after submission of deadline. Why you are allowing? Once you are allowing, definitely certain point of time, it will be raised a complaint either to NCLT or NCLAT or IBBI, disciplinary committee, etc. Today, even corporate debtors are also now active. At the initial stage, 2017 or 18, the knowledge levels of the stakeholders are not up to the mark. Today, the knowledge levels day by day, it is increasing. Once, whatever your operations, whatever your process handling, any errors and omissions are there, immediately they will catch hold of that one and they will escalate it to the relevant persons. So, the failure ensure compliance with mandatory provisions. And Supreme Court ArcelorMittal India versus Satish Kumar Gupta, strict adherence of the eligibility criteria. Conflict of interest and ethical violations. RPs are bounds, code of conduct. However, violations include accepting assignment where a prior relationship exists. Why the prior relation? Why you are not informing to the adjudicating authority that the related party case, engaging related party for professional services, whatever the values, whatever the particular the forensic auditors or supporting staff, all are why you are taking the related parties, charging unreasonable non-approved fees. Whatever the boundaries are there, within the boundaries we have to take the fees, not beyond the boundaries. Such conduct attracts disciplinary action by the IBBI. Failure in preservation, protection of assets, that also I discussed. The insurance is one of the important areas. So all insurance policies are registered in the insurance register. So whatever the plant and machinery, whatever the stock, whatever the health insurance, all these things are different folios will be open and insurance register. You ask the insurance register. If at all the insurance register is in a system, computer system, ask them to take the printout. And how many policies are live? How many are expired? In the expired policy, whether need is there or not. Take for example, stock. stock in stores, stock in stores. Today, every year they are used to renew. Today there is no stock in the stores. Hence, there is no need to take. But you mentioned insurance policy for stocks are not taken. As on date of my verification on so and so date, the stock register, the nil, zero amount, and whereas physical stocks, I have visited personally in the stores also, no stock is there. Hence, the particularly that was not taken. So here, that type of everywhere your remarks are to be recorded. So this is in brief about the frequent errors and definitely it gives us some good results to you and particularly in the claims admission also follow the guidelines and apply the correct practice for verification of claims, whether to accept or reject. This is in brief about today's discussion. And thank you very much for your patience listening for the last 5 days, that to 2:30 to 5:30. Whatever the best is there with me, I have disseminated the same to you. And any doubts are there, sir? Sir or madam?
Sir, one doubt. Suppose if up-to-date accounts are not available with the CD, which is, I think, a regular problem. So is that so he has to drop the accounts and all. If the number of records are more, then normally it will take more time, or probably he has to hire some specialized people. Whether that's a justifying ground for asking more time extension and all that.
Sir, today, as on date, books of accounts are not updated. Federal financial experts are there, particularly like auditors. So they will reconstruct the accounts based on the available records. But 100% not possible. 100% not possible. Some missing softness with there. Whatever the available records and whatever the available information there, they will build up and that he will give the report also on account of this information is not available. I'm not in a position to prepare this register or that register or this statement like that. So whatever the best is there, prepare that one. Whatever the claims are submitted, in that case, lot of proofs are to be
correct. It becomes more difficult.
Because this side that information is missing.
Correct.
And it depends upon situation to situation, claim to claim. It is not a thumb rule for all.
Correct. Yeah, because verifying with the ledgers is one of the key verification.
Correct. Sir, one thing, that's why I told earlier also. Today, the physical records are zero. All are in electronic only. That's why once you reported as an IRP or RP, first you go to the bank and stop the transactions, whatever the accounts are there, by providing the order of NCLT and whatever the assignment they have given. Second one, immediately you go to the company and ask the systems man, who is the head of the IT. You call that man and block all the user ID and passwords. Otherwise, once the CIRP is going to be started, some of the people, they will corrupt the data, or some of the people, they will add or delete whatever nonsenses are there, they will do. So that's why block that one. And case by case, you release the user ID and password. And the important person today is the IT professional in the company.
Absolutely. See, the problem also will be if some of the key people are missing, either they have left or gone or whatever.
Yes, sir.
That will be make the RP work much more difficult.
Correct. But one thing, sir, case to case it will differ. Some
Yeah,
cases,
correct.
some big challenges are there. Some cases, challenges may not be there. But challenges are also gives some good results to you how to handle the case.
Yeah,
If
true.
no challenges are there, that is not skills are not required, and your skills, if at all fine tune your skills, challenges should be there.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
sir.
thank you very much to all sirs and madam.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, please share all the PPTs.
PPTs I have shared, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.